because that bottom of the sail still got a nice bow and a nice belly to it, but it's not as loose as Mark's, and I much prefer seeing this. You've got more kind of a fin on the sail. There's still belly, there's still power in it, but there's not this huge kind of belly that almost, it's like if the belly's too big, there's actually like movement in the sail where it kind of warps back and forth in the waves. Where this way, because he's got a bit of a tighter outhaul, the belly's in more, still belly there, but the sail's a bit stiff. The sail is a bit stiffer, so he can ride it upwind a bit easier. It's good to see a bit more movement in the main as well. So that one, not the best choice there. He kind of rode through that wave and didn't use his tiller at all. I'd much rather see him pointing up and really trying to push into those waves. So important though, the minute you point up and push into a wave, you've got to be aware, that's better there. You've got to be aware that your speed is being killed a bit. And if your speed's being killed a bit, what you got to do is bear away after that wave and keep the speed going. So breeze is picking up a little bit here on the left, the laser's going right. Not bad, not bad. So you can see he did a very quick tack there. I'd almost rather him use a little less tiller, but at the same time it is medium winds and these lasers have got good momentum, so it's alright. I wouldn't fault him too much on that tack doing it quick, because he did it well. And the other thing is, when you're tacking on a day like today, it's being very choice about when you tack in the waves. You can see there's a nice little roller there to hit him. You wouldn't want to be tacking on that. Make sure that you're in the flat when you go for a tack. So right now would be a pretty opportune time to go, because there's not many waves. It means he's going to get his tack in without getting pushed around at all. So you can see now he's sitting up further in his boat. Now he's just moved in, so I'd like to see him go straight for his downhaul there. If he does have any downhaul on, it needs to come off, put more power back in the sail. Lads, if you find yourself sitting into the boat, that means that the wind has died off a bit. Get rid of those downhauls, yeah? Get a bit more power back in the sail. Same thing, if you find yourself hiking your ass off, look at that downhaul. Do you need to kill a bit of power in the sail? Gary, I'd say there, the wind died off a bit, you're sitting into your boat a bit, downhaul off, get a bit more power back in the sail, yeah? Make sure that setting's beside you though, because if the gust comes back, you want to pull it back on. Right, so nice little situation here. Gary, Piggy in the middle, USA there, and Richard here. So really important for Gary, there's two things he's got. He could tack off. Oh, we got a fella taking a break here. But this is why you want that gap to lure, because what Gary should have done there is bear away, go for speed, and try and get out in front of USA, because you do not want USA sailing over the top of you. And he's got a nice gap there between him and Richard. He can afford to bear off that bit and go for speed. But something that a lot of sailors tend to do is when someone's close to you, you want to point up to them, you want to get to them and mess them up and pinch them out. But it's actually better if you have that gap to lured, is bear off, hike your absolute ass off, because you're definitely going to, you know, when you're more side onto the wind, when you bear off and you get more power in your sail, there's much more power in your sail. You're going to have to hike hard, but you can get that speed and pinch out in front of everyone and then not get piggied in the middle, because what happens a lot of times when you're that guy in the middle, you tend to get spat out the back, and once you're spat out the back, you're in trouble.